Hello and welcome back to Lost Memories Ragnarok, and today I'm going to do a boss run. Actually, I'm going to do multiple boss run. These are global bosses, and they are kind of the things that you want to grind through every day, which is going to be the Toad. Okay, it's going to be the Rocker boss, Volko, and then we have Ark Hero, Eclipse, and also Golden Teeth Bug. So I'm at around level 33, and these are the bosses that I could do. And if you are at my level and you couldn't complete them, this would be a good video for you. The Toad you could probably do around level 20, maybe slightly lower. The Rockers, Volko and also Ark Lord is somewhere around level 28, and then Eclipse will be maybe around 30, and then finally we have Golden Teeth Bug, which may or may not require a specific card, which we'll talk more about. However, there are actually two ways of defeating the Golden Teeth Bug. I'm going to show you both ways. When it comes to the Toad, it has the ability to poison, so you could use this card to nullify that poison on your team. And another thing that is really annoying about the Toad, especially at lower levels, is that it could heal itself. I think more than 50% if I'm not mistaken. So if you can't do enough damage, you end up using a lot of time, and you might not be able to kill it in time to win it. So therefore, there is actually this card that you could use as well. This will reduce his healing effectiveness. So by using this, you should be able to kill him a lot faster and easier. Now again, this Toad is somewhere between level 20. So around that level, you could kind of kill him, but because it's one of the earlier bosses, it's quite easy to just out level the boss and then kill it that way. So in this case, I'm already at level 33, so it's not gonna be posing any trouble at all. In fact, those cards wouldn't even be a requirement. The boss is a fish type, water type, and medium size, so you could also use those passive on him. So this will be the poison, which we could easily tank, and before he could use his heal, he died. Okay, so that's the first boss, and the whole point is really to get those boxes. So from here you saw that I got a blue box. For Volko, the main problem is that he has a really long AoE silent. So when that is applied to your team, they can't heal and they can't do burst damage from their abilities. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you have a way of removing that debuff. The best way is going to be with a Golden Teeth Bug, which removes debuffs and also prevents you from getting other debuff for 5 seconds. However, this is a MVP card, so I understand if you do not have it. A good alternative is going to be a Creamy card, which costs a lot to use, up to 8 points unupgraded, but for every subsequent upgrade it reduces 1 CP. Okay, so this will get the job done as well. So let's start. Volko, there he is. Now, although he is immune to sleep and silence, you could freeze him like that, so you can use this to interrupt his abilities. However, you can't interrupt his main ultimate, which is this one. You can see the axis around, which means that you can't actually interrupt. And then this is the silent. So right now I don't have my Creamy card here with me, so I'm just gonna spam these to try and get it out. Oof. Even if I have it out, I probably don't have enough points to use it. You can see even at this level, my tank is somewhat losing health as well. Okay, so we have really bad rolls here. I can't seem to get that out. He is also prone to stun, so you could stun him as well. Really no luck with the Creamy card. You can see that the silent is so long. There you go, there's the Creamy card. Now the moment I apply this, all of them is gonna start spamming the skills. I hope my tank don't die, but either way I think we'll be able to kill him. He has his buff now, so he's faster. What's the buff about? Faster attack speed. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, I think I can kill him with this. Break with a stun. Make sure this survives. And there you go. So that was very unlucky because we couldn't pull off the creamy card. And when we finally get the creamy card, we couldn't use it because we don't have enough CP. So yeah, there is a little bit of RNG to it, and you can see how powerful silence could be. And yeah, let's go to the next one. When it comes to the Ark Lord, I feel like his main problem is going to be his AoE damage. His damage output is pretty good. So if your team is at low level, it might get one shot, or even if it doesn't get one shot, it's going to get weakened dramatically, and then your healer, which most likely is going to be Ophelia, is going to have trouble healing each one of them because it's an AoE attack. So therefore, you want to take as little damage as possible. Highly recommend that you have a reasonable Vitata card, at least 2 stars, to reduce the CP as well. Or you can also include this card in because it increases defense and magic defense. It's an AoE, so you can kind of use this on your team when he's about to put that AoE damage down, and hopefully reduce that damage and you don't get one shot. Other ways of overcoming that damage can be also another Ark Lord, or even using Osiris in case one of them is about to die. You can use that as well, but at our level it probably wouldn't get one shot, but still these are some of the ways that you can overcome. If you could tank through his damage, killing him is not too hard. He is earth type, so therefore fire damage will be best against him. And if I'm not mistaken, he is also humanoid and medium size. Okay, let's go. He is immune to stun and sleep, but you can freeze him. I'm actually gonna use it when he's about to use a skill, so we can interrupt him and save some damage. Oh, so this is the storm. You can't interrupt this. So you're gonna see the kind of damage that it does. So because we are kinda over leveled, so it's not too much, but if you're worried, you can always use this card to just reduce the damage. Yeah. Let's try and interrupt him with a freeze. Oh, there it is. You can also interrupt him with a silence, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I'm gonna try and speed this up. Here it comes. Let's reduce the damage a little bit with this. Okay, we have a Vitata card. Heal up. There you go. Here's a silence. Oh, immune, because I cast it a little bit late. You could use this. Try to get more damage in. And it's almost done. Now it's a good idea to time your cards, your buff, so that it uses when they use a skill. That way you get more damage out, but I was just being lazy. For the Eclipse, he has a really strong basic attack, and he also has a stun for a single target and an AoE debuff that reduces your damage. It also has a buff towards the end that increases his damage furthermore and also increases attack speed. So you really want to make sure that your tank can withstand his damage, otherwise if your tank goes down, the rest is going to go down as well. Now, although I'm at level 33, I'm actually kind of under leveled if I were to relate with the Eclipse, simply because Eclipse is actually at level 35. Now, I highly recommend not to face him if you're not at least a level 35. Anyways, for passive, we have Goblin because it is a beast type, so this will increase my damage and reduce the damage taken a little bit. He is medium size, so we have Skeleton Worker, Tower Frog just to make sure that the heal is sufficient, and then something to increase my CP recovery, and Radic to hopefully reduce damage as well. and that will be it. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of close because I remember yesterday when I fight it, it was hard. So let's see. He is not immune to all status effects, so we could actually stun him, and we can interrupt him like that. I'm gonna use a doppelganger to increase my attack. Ooh, the Nox audio is getting a little bit haywire. We are going to interrupt his next ability. There you go. Here it is. Nice. And then 7 seconds. Actually, he's probably gonna stun my tank, so I'm gonna use this so that he can't stun him. Oh, that was a debuff, not a stun. Okay. Yeah, this is probably the stun, but I'm gonna break it anyways. Wait for it. I feel like for this one, if you can interrupt him enough, it wouldn't pose too much of a threat. But that is before he get his buff, and once he get his buff, it's gonna be a lot tougher to deal with. Yeah, as a debuff, you can see the damage drops so much into 2 digits. Okay, this might be a stun, so I'm just gonna use the Ark Lord. Yeah, it was a stun. Okay, once the his buff comes into play, there you go. We're gonna use this to just slow him down, because his damage is just so high right now. We're just gonna buy as much time as possible. All the time in the world. Okay, this is the part where I'm running out of options, so we're gonna try and throw in an Osiris. Hopefully my tank don't die. I think my tank is gonna die, but we have Osiris, so it should be fine. Oh, it's not dying. Okay. Speed up the damage. We finally have another stun. Oh. That was actually kind of close, because if my tank does die, oh my god, look at my tank's health. Finally, we come to the Golden Thief bug. This is probably going to be one of the most challenging one among the 5. This Golden Thief bug boss basically has a ability that creates a shield, and that shield will absorb physical damage. And once it absorbs enough physical damage, it's going to burst, and whatever damage he absorbs is going to be reflected onto your team. And most cases, if you're running a physical build, as in if your team is made of mainly physical damage characters, then you will not survive that hit. So the way to counter that is to use Osiris. Osiris basically will bring you back to life if you die with 50% health. So this is one way to counter that explosive shield. However, if you do not have Osiris, because it is an MVP card, the other way or method to actually overcome the Golden Thief bug is to go on a magic build. So you don't want to have any physical damage on the Golden Thief bug. Instead, you want to use as much magic as possible to kill it. The problem though is that his magic defense is really high, so that it's gonna be hard to kill him in time because of that. So either you have a team that has really good magic defense, magic damage, or you can try to make it work with an Osiris card. So I'm gonna show you with magic first and see how I could tank the explosive. And then most likely I'm gonna fail because of my party. I am running a free-to-play account, so therefore I don't have any other team. I'm using the default characters and yeah, things like that. So basically, as you can see, I have 2 physical here. So in order to make this work, just so that I could survive the explosive, I have to unequip the weapons on my character. By the way, I got this ring from opening a red box. Okay, so with that, let's see how I most likely will not win him, but I'm going to try. Skills, card skill damage is not reduced. by his magic defense. Okay, so you can use that. So here comes the shield. You see a yellow ball, and it's gonna explode, doing lots of damage. I'm actually trying to pay attention to, there you go, we survive. I'm gonna quickly heal just in case. And my Nox is glitching with the audio. Okay, I'm gonna try and do more damage here. Ho's not gonna do much, but I'm gonna try to keep buffing here. Here comes another heal. I really feel like I need to heal up, otherwise I'll die from this explosive. Just try and do as much damage as I can. Where's my Vitata? You can actually also reduce the damage with this card that increases defense and magic defense. There you go. Oh, there goes Cordelia. I'm still gonna see how far I can go before I die, but here comes another shield. But yeah, basically the idea is like that. If you have enough magic characters and you could tank him, all you have to do is really just kill him with magic. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit him again. We have 1 minute left, and we are at I want to say 50%, but then it's actually more than 50%, sadly. I'm gonna do another heal just before the explosive. So you realize the explosive actually dropped a lot simply because Cordelia was dead, and Cordelia was doing so much damage even though she was just using her fist. Okay, we have 30 seconds left. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna make it. So we're gonna come back again, and then I'm gonna use the Osiris method and show you guys. So for the physical type build, I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna put in as much damage as I can. We have Osiris, which is the main card that you need for this build, and also you can freeze it as long as it's not using his shield. We also have Doppelganger, some heals, yeah, the basic stuff. I actually forgot to mention that he is a bug type, so therefore we have Caramel, and also we have Minoris, which is deal more damage on large enemies. So he is a large size enemy. Okay, I think that is it. Let's see if we can kill it. I actually did this at level 30, so I have a feeling that I shouldn't have too much of a problem, but we'll see. So you want to save the Osiris card for later, for when he's using his shield. You want to make sure you have the CP for it as well. So that's the shield. Usually you can see the shield get smaller, and when it gets really small, that's where you put in the Osiris card. I feel like putting it late is actually good, so that your team actually get a little bit of a healing. Okay, and now we kind of need to hunt for another one of that card. I'm actually gonna drop this in. Should have used Doppelganger. Okay, we really need that card, the Osiris card. Oh boy, can we make it? I don't think we can get. Oh, thank God it died. Right, so you can see that he is actually weak against physical. The problem is that the shields absorb the physical. So unless you have a Osiris card to prevent you from dying from the burst, there's really no way around it. That is pretty much it for this video. Let me know down in the comments if you have any extra tips to share with me. Other than that, I hope this sort of guide, I guess, helps you. Bye bye.